YouTube. It's Brian Phillips. We're gonna open this box right here. Oh yeah, it's kind of huge. And it's all new from E-flite. So here on Brian Phillips RC, we're here to serve the RC community by bringing you all the latest and greatest. We unbox them, we build them, and then we set them up on a radio system, whether that's a ready to fly or a bind and fly or some in between step or ARFs, but we rarely do ARFs. So this is all new from E-flite. It is the geebee R-2 1 meter. And just so you guys can get a scope for how big this box is, this is a 1 meter plane, but look how big the box is.
Yeah.
It's huge. You gotta remember, the geebee is a big fuselage. So when you think that's a 1 meter plane, just think it's kind of a big plane for 1 meter plane. Okay, so look at this thing. Beautiful, huge geebee racer. Amazing. It is AS3X Plus equipped. It's a little bit wider than it is long. It's 702 millimeters long and 1,000 millimeters wide. It's definitely got a fat body on it. And this is AS3X Plus, and it does come with safe. So you can limit your pitch angles, your bank angles, and auto level with safe on. It's very easy to set up because it is smart. Should be thrust reverse on this thing, which is really nice. So we'll show you if that works or how it works. They're calling this a skill level 2, okay? So we're gonna see how this goes right now. So if you guys are brand new to Brian Phillips RC, check out brianphillipsrc.com at your convenience. You can compare and contrast this to other airplanes. So we're gonna get this thing opened up right now. This is a huge box.
Got this.
Okay. It's got one weird looking spinner thing on here. Okay. Show them the spinner thing. That is such a weird box.
Oh, it is a weird spinner thing.
Yeah, because I noticed that you
box.
can see the bolt, which is sort of unusual for more detailed planes. Mm-hmm. But then on this plane, it's got that weird, almost looks like some sort of a counterweight or something in there. It's obviously simulated. It's not a functional part. It's just a decorative part. So it must be the way it was on the real plane. And I think there are still geebees out there, aren't there?
I think there are.
In real life.
Yeah.
So guys, if you don't know how to fly RC, you're in the right place. This is Brian Phillips RC. What we do is we open them up like this. We call this our Unbox Build radio setup. So if you're brand new to the channel, this is where we actually set up the plane. And we do this for every plane we do, whether it's included in the video or if it's a helicopter, it's a little ready to fly helicopter or ready to fly airplane, which we do get those occasionally. Then we will show the entire process so that you can make up your mind as to whether or not you need help. And sometimes if you need help, this is a place you'd be, is this video. So if you're watching the maiden flight and you're like, man, I really just need to know an answer to a question about how you set it up. Well, you're in the wrong video. This is the video you want if you're learning how to set it up, okay? So this is a very unique looking build, okay? So we have a quick detach wing plug. As you can see, there are not flaps and the wings are attached all as one piece, and they do have serviceability in mind, which is very nice. We are not seeing that on a lot of planes these days, which is crazy, but it seems like Horizon does a pretty good job of that. So you have connection points here for some struts. Servers are pre-installed. Claveses are pre-installed, which is very good. We have a fiberglass reinforcements. Feels pretty strong. We've got a little bit of plastic here on the leading edge of the wing. Really nice, clean finish, unpainted white, painted front edge. Okay, and you'll notice that these are white on the edges with plastic reinforcement. So hopefully that helps with wingtip scrapes when we're coming into landing, because we all know I do that constantly. Okay, if you're anything like me, you'll like it too.
Maybe the snow will protect you.
All right, so there is the fuselage.
Whoa, that's weird.
Which looks really cool. And really weird. This is what I was talking about. That is like built into the prop. I don't know. I can't lay this down, so you're gonna have to scooch out of the way here, camera crew. All right, so looking from the bottom, we've got an Avian ESC. Then we've got, looks like ailerons. This must be a programming port. The thrust reverse is all controlled through the Spectrum Smart technology, which is like a serial control protocol that goes back and forth through the throttle channels. And this is actually throttle, which is on channel 1. And then it looks like this is a bind plug jumper that goes up to the front. Must be inside here. And the pilot looks pretty nice. Oh, look at that. They painted.
Oh, he has a body.
His body is painted in there. That's pretty sweet. And then if you look real close, you can see there's an instrument cluster in there. Okay, very good. And then, of course, back here, you've got the rods sticking out the back of what looks like a cupped receiver for the rudder, which is weird because the rudder is like the entire size of the airplane on this plane. So this is a very unique plane. I've never had a geebee. I've never actually had a desire to fly a geebee either, interestingly enough. So I am curious how this is going to go. Now, here in our very real RC experience, I have had many, many opportunities to fly planes that I never thought I was going to fly. This is one of them, okay? So as you can see, this is the wing joiner, or what is that?
What is that?
I don't know exactly what that is. Must be part of the rudder assembly. And then this is the tail wheel. Interesting setup. Oh, that's because the rudder moves. I wonder if this is attached to the rudder. But like I said, it's got a softer tire on it, it looks like. Kind of squishy foam. Looks nice. It's got a couple of screws, 1, 2, 3 screws. This is going to be a little bit different build, guys. I don't know much about the geebee. I know a lot about a lot of planes, and I know a little bit about some planes. I know virtually nothing about this other than the fact that it's a racing plane. Had a huge engine, I believe it was a radial engine. Good Lord. Put your hand out, and this is the landing gear.
Okay.
That's so heavy.
That's really heavy.
Like really heavy.
Yeah.
What the heck is going on in here? It's like it's, holy
It's like
cow,
all
it's like all
plastic. Wow.
What the heck? Ah,
Wow.
spring loaded. And by the way, I might add, that is a plastic tire, it feels like. What the frick is going on here? And then look at that. The traction pad. It's like a, this is so weird. I've never seen anything
really
like that.
weird.
There's gotta be something to this. Okay, so I guess we're gonna find out. They definitely look like really high quality aluminum struts. Of course, they are canted at an angle, so we're gonna see how that works. I have heard through the grapevine that this plane is hard to land. I guess we'll find out. That being said, Safe and AS3X Plus will help keep it locked in on flights, but is that gonna help keep it away from snowbanks? The answer to that question is, I hope so.
Only you can
Okay,
prevent.
obviously, there's the second one, and the wheel pants are wrapped like all around. This is all very detailed, but very simple. So I am not sure what to think about that. It's very unique. Screws here. I don't know if you have to assemble this or if ours is assembled. We do get these early samples, and so sometimes the early samples, there might be like one thing that they forgot to take off to put it back to the true factory state. It's kind of rare that that happens. So, okay, so there's the rudder. That is one weird looking thing.
Yeah, it is.
If you didn't know what you were looking at, look at that. That is so weird. It's like a stab tool. It's like, oh, there. So screws, they go through to the other side. See, this is the type of engineering you get from a Horizon plane. We do occasionally see some weird things from other manufacturers, but in this case, this is gonna eventually go on there. It's a perfect fitment. But then there's also one there. I don't know what that is. Oh, I bet you anything that falls into the socket down here. And I bet we have to put a pin in it. Let's put it on the couch right here. I bet this is gonna, no. Well, now what that, oh yeah. See, that's what's gonna go on. That red thing goes in the bottom. So that's what's gonna receive just afraid this thing's gonna like flop over.
Roll over.
It's gonna like, see?
There you go. Okay.
There you go. So it's a screw that's gonna assemble that.
Interesting.
I mean, these are all the parts. It's not a lot of pieces. Take it back. There's gotta be some more. Yep, there is, right in this slot, right here. A bag.
Oh.
Okay? So this is what I was talking about.
Ooh.
There are gonna be some pieces that hold together. So there's a lot of pieces here, but there's not a lot of pieces aside from that.
Right.
Now, the other thing is this plane should allow us to pull the receiver file from the receiver into the transmitter when you're binding. But I'm still not 100% sure if I'm gonna do that. One other full disclosure tip is that normally I don't suggest doing that. I think it's sort of silly for us to have a lack of intimate familiarity with the way our models are set up. And largely, I end up undoing a lot of the stuff that they did in the factory setup anyway, because I put my switches in different spots. Now, you don't have to do it that way, and it's pretty easy to pull on. Like if it's a helicopter, I'm all about it, because helicopters have a million things that gotta be set up.
Right.
But with airplanes, we just haven't had a lot of trouble setting up airplanes.
Did we get a manual?
If we did,
Is it on the bottom? Yes, it is. Back there in the corner.
can you get it?
Yeah.
So guys, when we get these early releases, sometimes we don't get manuals. And it's like, then
It's taped on
400
that
people tell us to read the manual. Except they say like, read the effing manual or something.
Like,
just to be clear, if we had the effing manual, we would probably read it, especially when there's something weird.
yes, but
We don't always have it.
that's why we tell you that a million times in the video when we don't.
But it's okay, because they skipped over that part.
Right.
So at the end of the day, some of the best effing manuals come from E-flite. I put that tape right here, and now I can't get the thing back in the box. So if you guys are brand new to Brian Phillips RC, we appreciate you being here. This is what we do. We show the entire exhaustive build, and that's because sometimes it's exhausting to build them. And other times, it's actually not too bad. And other times, it's horrible. Horrible. This looks like it's gonna be somewhere between exhausting and not too bad.
Yeah, it's still
gonna be a
not
little
a lot of
bit weird.
pieces. It's a weird.
I have a knife. But I was talking about the rudder.
Yeah, well, and like this is a lot of connectors, but if they go on easily.
Guys, check out this awesome holder. It's
Garbage.
like somebody has
I mean-
too much foam in his life.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Okay, so the geebee manual comes in here, and we're gonna look at the instructions. So you need a 10 millimeter or adjustable wrench. Oh, that must be to put the prop on. That is not the way the screw looks, is it? Here's the NX series setup. Of course, you can set it up like this, or you can just pull it from the smart file. Oh man, that's weird. Look at all that stuff. Look at all that.
Oh, but I think they're labeled though. They all have a little yellow sticker on them.
Okay, we'll see. So it looks like a screw top and bottom, clevis, the clevis. And then we've got two screws to hold that in, so we gotta start with that. I am looking at the instructions, guys. You'll notice I'm reading the effing instructions. So don't leave the comment there. I am gonna actually read them, okay?
Might not follow them.
Just because I read them doesn't mean I gotta do them. Yeah, there's a million screws to put the wheels on, but then there are braces that go in there. I wonder if those braces are gonna let it flex at all. But they look pretty rigid. It's just it's like kind of a weird setup, because then look at this. The anchor plates must fit into the wing pockets with no tension or bow in the flying wire. And then over here, they hook from the other side, and then they sandwich through to the wing. So it's kind of a cool setup. Oh yeah, there you go. So there's kind of a horizontal view of it. So very interesting. And then of course, if you would have to replace the control horn and servo arm positions, it shows it here. And then it looks like we go into the battery setup. It looks like 45 plus or minus 3 millimeters. So 42 to 48 millimeters, okay, for the center of gravity from the leading edge. Or actually, that is not from the leading edge, is it? Yeah, it is. It's from the leading edge, not from the... See, and that's sometimes you'll run into that because the leading edge of the wing is not the same as the leading edge of the thing that goes into the pocket.
Right.
Okay. So we don't normally spend a ton of time reading manuals, but when we do read manuals, we want to remind you that all you have to do is pause the video, and then you can see exactly what you need to see if you need to see it, or you could just click on the link like you're going to buy it, and then you can scroll down and it will all be listed right there for you in the supplemental information for all these different items we do. And if you're looking for an item that we've done in the past, head over to brianphillipsrc.com. Then you can sort by type or manufacturer we worked with. In this case, this would be E-flite, which is also priced in hobby. I don't know if it's organized by E-flite versus like Hobby Zone versus...
I think it's by brand, so it'd be E-flite.
E-flite branded. Okay.
Yep.
Now the other thing is this plane is kind of like stout, so I'm kind of curious how it's going to go with the plane stand. The plane stand that I like to use is a Robart plane stand because I've had it forever and it's worked well. There's a few other brands out there, but like to be honest, we haven't had a big problem with this. The biggest problem you'll have with this is if you get this brand new, it's really hard to slide these, put a little cornstarch or baby powder on there, and it will slide a lot easier.
Well, and we usually work on our island, so having like a tabletop stand is better than like one that's on the floor for us.
We have
because we have the stand. Yeah,
we have a stand and it sits in our closet and collects dust.
Yep.
But if we were doing a really big plane,
we might need it.
Yeah, you might need it.
Yep.
But I can tell you this, on an island, it's a little harder on your back. Okay. So this, yeah, it's just kind of sits weird on the stand. So I'm not sure if this is going to be the right move or not. So the first step is to put this in, right?
Well, to put in, yes, the actual elevator.
To put this in first. This goes in first. It slides down and seats. Then we need to get bolts to hold this in. Then we're going to snap in the rudder. So to be honest, I don't understand why that isn't already in there.
We're missing a piece.
What?
We're missing this piece.
What? Did I not pull it out of the package?
It's all white, so it's possible that you would have missed it.
Did I totally miss the horizontal stabilizer?
Yes.
Okay, guys, that's why we unbox them on camera, so we can make sure that we didn't miss the horizontal stabilizer. All right, well, let's put that back down. Where would it be?
In that slot.
The piece count did seem low, but I didn't think it was
like
critically low.
missing.
It was a good thing until it was missing.
So
okay, so yes. So there you go. So you have pretty good strength. There's a big bite point, so you're really gonna have, I mean, it feels pretty solid. That's a big elevator. And look, big plastic reinforcement there. Good catch, camera crew. See, this is why I need somebody filming everything.
I mean, it was looking like a well-trimmed sailplane, so I thought maybe we didn't need one.
We didn't even need it. That's right. Let's ask Ian.
Yeah.
Ian, what he thinks about that. I wonder if Ian still watches the channel.
I'm sure no.
Probably never watched the channel in the first place. For those of you, Inside Baseball just happened. Ian was a guy I bought an ASH 26 from in a casino parking lot.
Yep.
And I think the guy probably went back to his truck and cried because he loved that plane. And I probably should have not bought it from him. But it was an awesome plane. It's still one of my nicest sailplanes. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Composite, glider, really nice.
Okay, so that's going in now. Like that piece needs to go in. That's why I noticed it.
Okay, so because the screw is so long, it goes all the way through. How do you tell which one goes up and which one goes down?
Well,
good question. What you're going to do is you're going to line this up because it is ambiguous.
Yep.
That's down, that's up.
Yes.
How do you know which one's up and which one's down? Here's how. That control horn is going to go into that thingy. So slide this in.
You're going to need to know what hold to stick it in, aren't you?
I don't know, I usually just kind of like guess and check.
Okay.
Listen for feedback. What is going on with that? How the frick are you gonna... Okay, so guys, look. I'm gonna push this all the way back, and if it don't reach, I'm gonna take it off and then put it through. And when I say take it off, I'm gonna undo the screw.
Yeah, show them what you're talking about.
If I'm gonna... Are you gonna have to get on the island again?
Maybe.
Because Okay, I can't stop every 3 seconds. See this? See how that moves? That is gonna come out as far as I can get it so that I can hook it up.
Okay.
And this is where we need to have the instruction that tells you which hole to put it in.
Outside hole.
The outside hole. So the outermost hole on the elevator. All right, so I'm gonna put this on the outermost hole as I slide this in. Oh, don't you even think about braking. I'm gonna get forceps because I don't have enough reach and I don't wanna leave it broken. Because if that breaks off, if the little ding-a-ling breaks off, then you're screwed or not screwed. Stop moving that. Thank you. See this? This needs to be held while it goes in. And you can tell the ding-a-ling is kind of weak. And that's, oh man, that's just a scary condition. If it bends like that, that could be bad. Okay, I just pressed it through and I snapped it. Now, just to be totally frank with you, I'm gonna pull this back by holding the elevator, and then I'm gonna pull this rubber back. You see what I did with the forceps there?
Yep.
Now that's back. Now I can force the elevator all the way forward whilst turning the servo, okay? Now I can slide this all the way into the pocket. It was a little bit awkward, but we got it done.
Okay.
If you're not sure which hole you're going in, see if you can get a hand first.
Check first.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the next step. So here on Brian Phillips RC, and we do early releases, we have promised to be on our best behavior.
Oh, whoops.
What are you suggesting we're not? Okay, so we just laid this on the table. Okay. We've got, oh my God, look at all these RTF,
But they're labeled.
RTF, LTF,
Left, right.
LBR, RFT.
Front, rear,
Okay.
right.
And then there's 2 hooks.
Okay.
Okay, so I have no idea what order those are in. That's just the way that I separated them so I could identify that they are different. Then there's 2 huge weird screws. These are, where do you even, okay, note to self, where the heck did you get these screws? These, you definitely didn't get them at Menards.
No.
Okay, stop moving. I'm trying to come toward you. See this? Hex drive, amen. And self-tapping. That's weird. You realize I'm gonna be going back through there.
I know.
Okay. You know, there's certain days where I feel like our telepathy is working better.
You need to be better at it.
2mm drive. If you guys didn't realize this already, I am married to the camera crew.
They realized.
Oh, they did.
It's been a long time, too.
It's been more than a few minutes.
It has.
Okay, so I'm tightening this, looking for this to cinch down, and it is very tight, so it makes me nervous. I feel like I've gone into the wrong hole because it's so tight.
Really?
Yeah. Like, feel that. Just turn it.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It makes me nervous.
Okay.
Like, what the heck?
I see your concern.
I pressed it down. You need to keep, like, looking at the screen and not at the manual. Don't get distracted.
By the directions.
You think the directions are going to solve this problem? What planet do you live on? Look at this. No, look at this. Right there.
I'm looking.
See, as I turn, it's torquing it down.
Yeah.
So I got it there. But I mean, I'm telling you, this thing is long and you get about 3 threads in there, folks.
It's a 70mm X-drive screw.
That is huge. Huge. Okay, we're torquing it down. Okay, it's one of the best screws.
Well, whatever works.
Sliding. Okay, watch the pucker. Watch for the pucker, folks. When it starts puckering, that means you did it enough. It's puckering on my side. As I turn, I feel it. So this compresses into the foam. That's why you feel for the pucker. Now, full disclosure, this feels like a painted piece of plastic, okay? So there is a perfect color match here, which is nice, but again, it's a perfect color match right next to a wheel that's made of plastic. that is really close but imperfect, okay? Weird choices. All right, that being said, look. Okay, so that works. I usually don't drive my servos like that. It's kind of hard on them, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna set you down like this. Then I can see real good.
Okay.
Now this is gonna snap on, and then this is gonna be going into what hole? There's 3 to choose from.
Outside. Still.
Outside hole.
Yep.
Okay, everybody listen. The outside hole is here, but I'm sure it's gonna be fun to get that in. Because look, I mean, you just gotta like use your hands, use your man hands to get in there, to get in there. Watch. See this? Look, my goal is to do this first. So I'm gonna press this, look, I'm pressing this up on the servo so it sticks out the hole. Then I'm gonna do a reach around. I'm gonna grab my forceps, because when I do a reach around, you gotta be able to get your hands around the elevator, pull it up, drop it down in, and then snap it. Whoa, buddy. Don't break the dingling head. So look, now I gotta go in here with my forceps and push that through, then snap it carefully. I'm warning you guys, you think I'm screwing around with my dingling head. Those dingling heads break off and you're gonna have a real heck of a time putting through a melted piece of metal, or melting a piece of metal into where the dingling rod was.
Yeah.
Is that the technical term?
Yes. So it says
So
in the manual.
I think we're done on the rudder.
Perfect.
I'm pulling the servo back to center, okay?
Okay.
So now that we have the servo back to center, I'm gonna snap it in. Now, you guys may have noticed that Horizon's video, they snapped it in and it was like a totally uneventful and easy thing.
But we don't know how to edit videos, so it's not that.
Don't worry, it's not as bad as Brian says.
Right. They should put that disclaimer at the bottom of all their videos.
Don't worry, Brian said it was hard, but he was full of crap.
You need
What the heck is going on with these screws?
8mm self-tappers.
Okay.
3 of them.
So what you're saying is these.
Yes.
These are colored.
Yeah, those are for the gear.
Okay. So what do I need?
You need 3.
No, I need 2.
2. Sorry,
Thank
top
you.
and bottom.
Okay, pay attention. Squirrel. Right here. See?
Yes.
Okay. And then these are Phillips, because they can get a 70mm wood screw for a plastic to foam
Well, maybe
airplane
that one
with the hex drive, but you can't get this one with a hex drive.
That has a little head on it. The little heads are Phillips.
3mm. That is hex drive.
It is?
What the heck? Why didn't you stop me?
I don't know, I
made
can't-
a complete fool of myself.
Because I had to make my Phillips joke.
What? That's a
can't see it.
1.5mm.
Or tiny.
It is a hex drive, as you can see, and we need to learn to edit videos.
Yeah, apparently so.
Look at this. Watch this. That is, hey, we've been saying we want hex drive. Okay, when it starts to move, I want you to go tight to where it doesn't move, okay? Stops moving, then back it off a tiny bit and make sure there's no resistance. That is a pretty smooth action.
Okay.
That's awesome, okay? Now a screw on the top.
Yep.
You know, this is one of the things that you get with a Horizon plane, okay? The engineering is usually a little bit better. It's a little bit tighter fit. It's a little bit more serviceable. Not always, but usually. Okay, now tight, and then back a quarter. Okay, it's a self-tapper, okay? Make sure it moves. Looks good,
Okay.
feels good. Now you should be able to land on that. Just kidding, guys. Look, now this goes in there, 3 screws. Boom,
Yep.
boom, boom.
3 more of those
Self-tappers?
The same as what you just had.
Self-tapping?
Yes.
Hold on, are these Phillips screws?
They are.
Why would you ever use a Phillips screw? Listen, Brian, why did it take so long? And Phillips screws? Oh, never mind. That guy hasn't been in our show for a while.
He hasn't.
I miss him.
We haven't seen that guy for a while, actually.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while.
Maybe he got out of prison.
No.
Oh.
He does toilet went on signs now. It's like his halfway house rehab. I don't think they generally want you to drink alcohol when you're in rehab.
That's probably frowned upon.
House. If you're in a halfway house, let us know. What? You think none of our audience is in halfway houses? What kind of audience do you think watches this crap? There are many shorter options. And to all of our captive audiences, we appreciate you being here. Make sure to follow the links, and when you order one for the prison guard too. Because otherwise they're not going to let you play with it.
No. We're going to take your toy.
And be like, we need to check this. Stop! Stop! Oh, shucks. We thought there was a shank in there. Well, it's called a prop, officer. Oh, okay. Civil rights violations all over the place. Okay, I stuck it in the hole.
Okay.
It is small, but distinguished. I'm gonna hold this here so I can torque it down. Now that is just spinning, that is just twisting the surface. It's not like when I did this one, you don't have to back those off at all.
Right.
If you guys are watching,
Okay.
you don't have a lot of mechanical foam to plastic skills like I do. Look at this, it's beautiful.
It's so cute.
Wonderful. It is actually pretty sweet. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Except it's totally not. Those fatties that we did.
Oh, I know. It is kind of like that. So now we're going to install the main landing gear, but they have this whole diagram for the wiring.
Do you think maybe we'll put in the wing?
They don't say to do that yet. Because you have to install the gear, because you're supposed to put these little wires in the wheel pants as shown.
Oh, good Lord. We have to do that before we install the pants?
Apparently.
Yeah, because look where they mount, right there. See? Right there and right there. There and there.
Oh.
There and there.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna flip this plane upside down. We're gonna put it right on its back side.
Insert the center bottom flying wire through the single hole of the left main gear wheel pant as shown. Hook the flying wire around the center mounting point inside the wheel pant as shown in the inset. Here. So when do we
put the wheels on?
No, we're putting the wheels onto the wing now, and then we're going to put the wing and the wheels onto the plane.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
So that's what we're going to do.
So we're gonna do that thing.
No, you can't do it in that order because it has to hook through the thing, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, I agree that needs to happen. So which one do I get?
Okay. So
Camera
we
crew?
need.
Look, just help me understand this. These red ones probably go on the top.
Yep.
RTF.
Here, the
RTR.
center bottom.
So so this is RTR, RTF for front.
But we don't need those yet.
Right, I know, but I'm laying them out.
Okay.
So then this is the L, or hold on, which way?
Left,
okay.
front.
My plane's upside down, so I'm upside down, so that's my right. So the right would be on my side, the left would be over there.
Okay.
So this is the rear. Then this one is the front. This is the left front.
Okay.
Okay, so there's that. Now. Then we need to do, this is number one. Number one.
Okay.
So that's the right F, best friend, right best friend.
Okay.
Right best friend.
Back.
Right, back,
Bottom. Right bottom.
right bottom,
Front.
front. Okie dokie. So we're gonna stick these on here, which is ironic because I grabbed it without any problem because it's really obvious.
But that's not the one you need.
It's the right front bottom.
No, you need the center one, which is the short one that's not
I was talking
labeled.
about the landing gear.
Oh.
So that's the right landing gear.
Okay.
Correct. They missed a pinstripe. They didn't pinstripe that. Oh, they stopped the pinstriping. Yeah, they missed a pinstripe right there. We're gonna have to draw it on ourselves. Right there is supposed to be a pinstripe that's black. See, no pinstripe. Throw it away! I'm just kidding. We might let this one slide. Mostly because I have to still figure this crap out. Okay, hon, where do I put this RBF?
You don't need that one yet.
Okay, so it says number 1 though.
No, but you need these two unlabeled. You're not listening to the direction reader. That's the center bottom. Insert the center bottom flying wire through the single hole of the left main gear wheel pant as shown.
But hold on, this is the right.
Okay, so you need the left.
Okay, so the flying wire.
It goes through the wheel pant as shown. And then it hooks around the center mounting point inside the wheel pant as shown.
Oh, the center mounting point. That's what that weird thing is. Okay, so this is like hooked both ways. I need to know which one's which. Nope, it needs this one. Hey, look, that one. Stick it in, look, then hook it to the middle. To the middle. To the middle. It's hooked. To the middle.
Okay.
Okay? Okay.
That's the left.
Yeah.
Then hook the other end of the flying wire over the center pin in the slot to the bottom of the wing.
Pay attention. Look, this is going in and then hooking on, and then this slides down. In the hole.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm assuming you're doing that again.
This was super easy. Now that you've seen it, you can make fun of me for how hard I made it. Okay? This is going to be, oh crap, this one goes up and up.
No, they both do.
They do?
Yep. They're the same.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yep, you're right.
Of course I am.
Okay. So that hooks down here like that, and then this hooks through here and then through the middle. This one's going to be kind of hard to show, folks. We're not trying to make it difficult on you, I promise. Then we got to put the ones out to the wings.
Well, you're supposed to screw in the actual
Landing
screws
gear.
on the landing gear first.
Now we can do that?
Yes.
Thank God. So 2mm drive.
Yep.
And camera crew, are you going to show them which ones we need?
We need the red and silver, these.
Okay. The red and silver?
Yes. Because you're going to have one silver back here on the corner that's white is going to be a silver, and then red, red, red all the rest of the way around.
Okay, I just want to talk about Loctite for a minute. Don't use it if it's on plastic. You'll deteriorate it. But what they've done here is they have a dry Loctite. So that's okay. If it's dry, there's no solvent carrier, so it's not a problem. Okay, so red goes where? These are 2mm drives.
Red goes where there's red.
Hold on, is this 2? Uh-oh. Get in there. What the frick is going on here?
The 1.5?
Is it standard?
No, it's a 3.
What? This is absolutely not
This says an M3.
It's an M3. That doesn't mean the drive is a 3mm drive. Here's a 1.5.
No, using it. No, it's a 2.
Here's a 1.5, just to show you guys. 1.5. I am having memory of Carbon Z.
Maybe they had extra Carbon Z.
Yeah, they just like, oh yeah, quick, rebrand the Carbon Z landing gear. Carbon Z Cub, one of my favorite planes in all of history. Some of the suckiest landing gear install in the history of time. That is not a 2mm drive. No way in heaven. You know why?
Why?
Because it don't stick in the hole. It doesn't fit. Okay, I've had enough of this. I'm going for the new fan. I'm going to the other one, which is slightly better. 2mm unbranded. Yep, still doesn't fit.
Yeah, those are...
I forced it in the hole and now it fits. Now it fits, okay? So we'll just do this one now. But you see what's going on. Show them from the side, Megan. Here. See what's going on? Mm-hmm. You'll rub your paint off if you're not careful. You see that? It's not painted there. That was a design scheme. They're like, people will think they'll rub their paint off. But I just want you to see something. If you get into a pinch and you're like, I don't trust that, oh my goodness. I guess we have to leave it in there.
Okay.
See what I'm talking about? Look at this. This is crazy.
That was weird.
What the heck is going on? Torqued it down, backed it off, torqued it down, backed it off. Guys, we've had this happen before. And usually we have to pause for a few minutes and throw some things.
Say the special words.
Special words of encouragement.
I'm gonna do that now.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna rip out the thing from the bottom of the other thing out of the foam, trying to get my stinking screwdriver out. Okay, guys, look at this. I can pick up the plane by this. That's what I'm trying to demonstrate, so you don't think I'm crazy. I work for a living with my hands. I know how to pull out the screwdriver. Watch this, guys, watch. Look at this, it scraped the gold off. I'm gonna just cram it in there. It's in.
Okay.
You guys think I'm blowing smoke? Tell me in the comments below how much fun you had screwing your screws in. And if you had trouble pulling out, and if there was any delays, tell me the whole story. What? Are you? Yes! Yes! Oh, I can't pull out in time. Son of a gun. Oh boy, there it is. Got it. Now we need to do gray. Because I want to get one of these in and see if it fits.
Okay.
Guys, okay, there is such a thing as a standard screw. It's possible this is a standard. The red ones are not fitting very good. Maybe it's standard. I'm serious. Because these ones, you know what it is?
The paint.
These are galvanized with that red crap. That's why they're tight as freak. Watch me pull out. You ready? Yeah, oh yeah. See? That's what I'm talking about. Get you in trouble. It's the red coating making these hard. So whoever did the red food coloring soak, you soaked them too long.
See? Red dye number 40.
Hey, listen. You see this? You see this? If you try to screw that in like that, you're going to cross-thread your crap. Okay? So there's two ways to handle this. One, you can use a different type of screwdriver. Or two, this is a trick of the day. If you don't know how to do this, I'm going to show this at Brian Phillips RC where I was showing tips and tricks. Take your other 2mm drive and unscrew this. You can take the one that was from the Now Fun. Okay? Pull it out. Booyah. Watch this. Watch this. Is it short enough? Is it clear enough? Look at that! It still doesn't fit! What are you doing? Wheel pants, get out of my way, wheel pants! Okay. So the other thing you can use is, oh my goodness, you can use a ball end hex drive set. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop it in loose so I don't cross thread anything. And then I'm gonna start it from the side. Oh yeah, oh yeah, just get in there from the side, booyah. Booyah. And once you're started, you're golden. Then you can put your tip back in the hole, right like this. Slide this back in there, take your other tool, tighten your other tool back, then you go back to your original name branded, Chinese branded screwdriver. Or you can get a longer one, like one that goes way up here.
The wheel ones are shorter too.
What are you talking about?
With the red tip.
What do you mean they're shorter?
Aren't they? They're a shorter handled nut driver.
These are not nut drivers.
What are they? Hex drivers.
These are just a driver. It's not a nut driver. You only talk about nuts when there's nuts involved.
Sorry.
No, I mean, it's just called a driver. It's not a nut driver. A nut driver actually has a socket on the end.
No, I know.
It drives the nut. But look at that. Same thing, guys. Look at this. There's going to be people that have problems with that. And they're going to be like, Brian, I stripped out all 17 of my screws. What do I do now? Bend over and kiss your butt goodbye. Or just you know, buy another plane, follow the links, video description below. Get out! Oh no. My true colors. By the way, this wing is not attached to the fuse.
No, it's not.
So this whole time we're doing this crap, you could just knock the wing right off and it could fall right into the toilet.
They also didn't tell you to put the wing on the plane yet.
They specifically said not to do it.
Yes.
I'm leaving it. Okay, what's next?
Okay. Did you put all the screws in?
Nope.
Okay.
I didn't. I'm going to put this one in, and then there's going to be a decoration on the plane.
Okay.
When you guys do yours, I want you to tell me about it. I can't wait. I can't wait to try to land this with the snowbanks all the way up and down both sides of the driveway. It is going to be awesome.
It would be like 72 and sunny tomorrow.
Are you talking about in Florida?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can we go there?
Oh. We don't live there. I'm sorry. We would.
We got a lot of snow today, actually.
Yeah, we did. We filmed another video in the snow. It went super swimmingly. We definitely did crash it. If you guys saw that video, it would have been a long time ago.
Jeez.
Get out! Come on! Show the people you trying. Show the...
No, the people don't want to see me try.
She's making fun of me.
What happens if I get it out like super easily?
Well, then you can teach me to pull out.
Okay, well.
You're just trying to make me look like a big, awesome husband.
Yep.
You're opening all the jars from now on.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Okay. This is, okay, we got one more screw to stick in. It's gonna go just totally fine.
You want me to do it?
No, this one you can get in actually. It's the only one you can actually get in because the wheel pant's not in the way. But all joking aside, guys, the reason we show every step, every tediously delicious step. By the way, the gray ones, the unpainted ones, they're not a problem at all, okay?
Okay.
If you guys didn't know this, when you get a galvanized bolt and a galvanized nut, they are put into a chemical agent and it is sticking to the bolt or nut. And so the clearances, when designed properly, should end up the same on the thread exposure, but that doesn't always happen. So sometimes you get it and it feels like it's like a lock nut. Okay. We have all these two on.
We're not ready for that yet.
These ones?
Nope.
Well, which one am I ready for?
You're supposed to put the wing on now.
Well, the wing's already on.
It also says ensure that the servo hands-free connector aligns correctly and fully engages, which we did not really like pay attention to when you put the wing on, right?
Okay, here's the screws.
Yes.
All right, so these screws, folks, these ones are hex drive. You want to see how hard they are to use? Watch this, watch this. That was really hard. Put it, oh, you son of a gun. So what you can do is you can drop this in and then you can follow it into the hole. And that's because this is an E-flite plane. If this was a Dynam, that'd be 6 months worth of effort. You would have to redesign the entire structural integrity of the plane. Okay? But it's not. It's E-flite. Ooh, watch for the pucker. Ooh, that's a good feel. Ooh, it's really sucking it down there, isn't it? Is it? Right there?
Looks like it. Yeah. It's close pretty good.
Cool. You're on that side. I'm on this side. Okay, now I'm going to go to the opposite corner. We're going to do this like star pattern style. Why do you look at me like I'm... I have no idea what a star pattern is.
I'm not looking at you anyway.
There's 4 screws. Whoever came up with the star pattern thought there was 5. What if there's 6? What if there's 8? What if there's 9?
I think it's an alternating pattern.
Okay. Do you have any other mechanical skills you want to tell me about today? I'm learning all sorts of new things.
I know the difference between a standard and a metric crescent wrench.
Oh boy, yeah. Okay, so this one's torqued down, but it's, ooh, whoa, that last turn kind of felt a little slippage. But it's torqued.
Don't
Listen,
overdo
when you
it.
feel a problem with a screw, you just go tighter until you realize you've totally ruined it.
Right.
Just like the guy that, bent over and, stole
Hopefully your servo connection is correct.
I cannot get this in. I'm trying to find the hole. Where is that?
What's your problem?
I don't know. Whatever. It's
Okay.
good. I was going to check the tightness, but I've given up.
Okay.
If the wing rips off, you'll know what happened. Brian, you should have checked the tightness of the screw. Okay. Let's get a little excited.
Where are these flying wire attachment points? Or are ours already in?
Well, they're in, and maybe they're in for everybody.
Okay, because it says install the flying wires, remove 2 M2 from the self-tapping from the wing plates.
Oh, those are Phillips.
Those are Phillips using a PH1 driver. Remove
PH1.
the top and bottom plates from the wings.
PH1.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever this is. This is actually
Not
3
bad.
millimeters plus. Okay, so we're gonna undo this screw.
Yes.
All hell's gonna break loose. Are
And
you
we're
ready?
going to remove the top and bottom plates from
Are
the
you ready to
wings.
catch the demons?
I'm ready.
Okay. Ready? Watch. Fingernail under. Nope. Fingernail under. Nope. 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 No.
Okay.
We have been rejected.
Okay.
I undid. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Pull it up like that. Oh, yeah. There it is. Forward. Oh, food and birth.
Okay.
Which one? Which one? Look. No, it just says forward and
That's just for the little,
show them forward and birth.
that's only for the, so you know how to put the little piece back in.
Really?
Probably. It says remove the top and bottom plates from the wings.
That says RBF. That says RBF. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So RBF goes.
There is a whole, there's like a whole stinking assembly. Can
Yeah,
you?
I understand that. That goes in the wheel. But look, I just need to know how to pass this through.
I don't know.
So no, it goes like this. Doop. Like this. Doop. Like that. Doop. And then it goes like that. Doop. Oh my goodness, there's these drawings that make me smile. Oh, there it is. I found the sweet spot and I stuck it in. Okay, now these, I don't know what that's for, but it's so you can turn it.
Yep.
Oh, good God.
The turnbuckles.
These are turnbuckles. So once this is hooked, you can turn this and it'll tension it.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody listen. This is on now. Horizon's video. It's like, well, it'll take you 2 minutes to do it. But it is small once you build it. And when I say small, I mean huge. All right, so this one goes, which one is this?
The turnbuckles of the adjustable bottom flying wire
one
should
is
go toward the outer ends
BRF.
closest to the wings.
Wait, are there 2 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's just forward as in the plate, and then this is the BRF. So yeah, this means forward, that means BRF goes into it. Okay, then the BRF needs to go, oh goodness. How about I just hook it?
Okay.
Does it matter which one it hooks to? Come over here and show them this hole. There's 2 vents looking things. These vents are where the water splashes up and makes a huge mess.
Okay.
Okay, so this is gonna go in here. Show from the top, camera crew.
I'm sure it matters.
There's 3 holes. No, you gotta show from where my head is.
Well,
See
your
this?
head is there. Nope.
There it is. Look. Down and back toward my face. Like a this.
Can't see the screen.
Like a this. Like a dish. Dish. Sorry, the focus is being dumb. Okay, I'm like having to watch the screen myself. Oh, it's hooked. Okay. So now that that's hooked, go back. Now that that's hooked, we can put this back. See, that was super easy.
But you didn't do it in the order that they showed.
What?
I don't know if it's going to matter. They have them all like stacked up a certain way.
No, I know how it is. There's a 3rd point. I gotta hook the
Okay.
3rd point there. Well, wait, that goes on the front. That goes on the front. Hey, here, just let me hold this, please.
I'm too short.
Look, guys, I hit the wrong spot. You see how I'm on the back one? I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna unhook it by pushing forward, then I'm gonna put that on the front one. Boop, just like that, boop. And then guess what? That last one there is gonna go to here. Real simple. Simple task. Thank God we had instructions that were so explicit. And to be frank, they were pretty explicit. It's just that I totally did not understand any of them.
That's because you didn't read them long enough to understand them.
Okay, so now I need the one that's under this. It's gonna tell me the little. You realize it's gonna say that. So just wait and see. Wait and see. Wait and see. Okay? This is still infinitely better than the last one we did with cables.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of the one that we did a 40-hour video on. So this one's the...
Yeah, it's even there.
Be right back. Oh, BBR.
Okay.
Brazilian...
That's a BBL.
BBL. Okay, so BB... Just look it up on the internet, people. What is this? BBR? Where the heck is BBR? Or wait, does that say BBR? That says forward, and then that says RBR.
Oh, well, you have to
Be
read.
right back. Well, that says that says, oh, you know what it is?
What?
There was a dent in my phone, and it looked like it said R. It's actually
It's
RBR.
the middle one, that one.
RBR. RBR. Okay? So watch this, guys. I'm going to show you the trick of the day. The trick of the day is slide it through the hole from the top. The shepherd's hook goes in. Yep, just like this. This is as easy as can be. Okay? Once you get it in, then you rotate it, and then you hook it with the shepherd's hook, and then you slide this thingy-mabobber down. Okay? Just like that.
Okay.
There. Now you're done. Then you take the assembly, and you turn it so that it's boop, and then this goes on the back of the thingy-mabobber. The shepherd's hook, camera crew, you're not going to get it, are you?
No, because I'm too short.
Oh, my goodness. I only have so many hands.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Oh, no, I can see.
It's clipped. Yes. Then I'm going to slide this back into its appropriate position. And then I'm going to screw this in, I think. Except I got to line this up. So I'm kind of guiding it. Okay. Guys, it's not near as bad as it looks. It's just kind of hard to film it. And or read instructions. But the best way to make this process awesome is do it with your best friend and wife. So when they get here, like,
Shut up.
Could you get the door?
I will gladly let someone
Dang
else help
it!
you
My
do this.
screw isn't even penetrating. I feel like such a weakling. That's because it fell out.
It did tell you to take both of them off.
What? The front and the back?
Well, you have to put ones on the top too.
Oh, son of a gun! I gotta do the top one first. Okay. Now that we know how this works, this one should be easier. So that says RTR. Okay, so obviously that thing's not going in there, but this thing is. Okay. Oh no, the turnbuckle doesn't exist because you don't need it on this. This is gonna slide through here, and you have to kind of do it like that, then in, and then around, like that.
Okay. And is that one just gonna like hang loose until
It's just gonna hang low, swing. Well, there's supposed to be one on the front too, right?
Yeah.
See this? This is gonna eventually need, oh wait, is that the right wing? That is the right wing.
Yes, it is.
They had to do both of them. No, the front one goes there. See that? Yeah. Okay, so whatever, that's gonna be good enough.
Wait, the front one goes where?
Just give me a second. Give me un segunda. I'm gonna let that knot fall, and I'm gonna slide this back up. So as per usual with the Brian Phillips RC video, we have taken the simple and made it extra simple. Can you do me a favor and hold the wing down?
Hold the wing down.
So that I can press against it? Because I only have like 7 hands to do this. Okay. Oh, for God's sake, this is awkward as all get out. There it is. Okay. I need you to like turn that. Let go with your hand and turn the screwdriver. Oh my goodness. Let go. We got it. It started. That's all we needed.
Okay.
Now that it's started, now that I'm done with my 7th hand, I could actually turn this turnbuckle or make sure it's snapped on. Like it's tangled up. Okay, so now that I relaxed it, now it's no problem. I got tons of length now. I have a sneaky suspicion that some will find this process slightly annoying.
Just you or like other people also?
Well, I mean, it's just like one of these things where it's kind of like, how many steps can the average Joe tolerate before they start hitting?
It's not like you're going to take those off to put this in your Prius.
No, it's... Are you talking about Brian? You talking about Brian?
Yeah.
In his Prius?
He won't need to take it apart to put it in his Prius.
Oh, okay.
Next to his jet.
Next to his, yeah, his awesome jet that shoots flames out of its belly. I gotta pull this thing down, guys.
I know.
Somebody screwed up and didn't tell me to hook this on.
No, someone doesn't
And her name is Karma. There it is. Get out. Woo! Now that that's down, you can see that it says RTF and forward. So RTF, ready to fly. We all know that RTF stands for ready to fly. So we're gonna hook it there, go through, go up, and then go around. And then we've got this thing ready to deal with once we get to that stage, okay? Man, I wish there was a special way that we could have, like, say, somebody with Chinese hands that is really good at putting things together.
But then how do you put that in a box?
That is a very fair, that is a fair point.
Because it is already a big box.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I think the plain box would be smaller if it was fully assembled. Look, like seriously, look at it. Look how huge that is.
I know, that's crazy.
What the heck is going on with this box? Didn't we just do that Super Tucano in a box that was like giant and fat?
Yeah.
Because the fuse had to be glued together. Okay. I see wires. They physically exist in time and space. Now that they're in, we got to get the top one hooked before we torque these down, or it could mean tragedy.
Well,
for anybody trying to watch this video.
That probably already happened. Are you gonna do the other?
This has been tragic.
Are you gonna do the other side first?
You mean put that in?
No, like do.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this side
Okay.
because I'm afraid I'm gonna like genuinely forget about it. I'm gonna go take off and there'll be like all these wires flopping around. People
Yeah.
like, oh, I got hit in the face. Ryan, what are you doing? That's exactly what's gonna happen. Why are you looking at me?
Are you trying to move away from me to make it harder?
No,
on
I'm
me?
trying to make it so I can reach the thing. It's not probably the easiest process I've ever done, but it is actually not that bad.
And you're only gonna do it once for each wing.
For the top and the bottom. It's not
So
that
you're
bad.
only gonna do it 4
We
times.
promise it's super easy. It's not that hard.
Not that hard. You just don't read the effing directions or
The effing
listen.
directions? We did read the
I read
effing
them and you didn't
directions.
listen.
Okay, everybody listen. Sometimes the camera crew gets a little out of control. So we'll try to rein her in. This is
Good luck.
This one is okay. So, but if you're in any doubt, just open the thingy and just
Right,
look.
no,
It says
it does tell you.
LBR, which is short for what is it short
Left,
for? Oh,
bottom, rear.
bottom.
It's not a word.
It's not a word.
There's no vowels.
Dang it! I can't get it in the hole.
Any problems with that tonight?
There it is. Nope, I got it. Well, there it is. It's in. It's in. It's perfect. Fits good. There was no trouble at all. It was very easy. It was one of the best. It's one of the best mechanisms I've ever done. Okay, now that's the back one, meaning it is further back on this little 3 connection thingamabobber. So look, I'm gonna just slide that on through. Whoa, that's upside down. Whoa, it's supposed to be the other way, guys. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. We gotta get the shepherd's hook pointed down. Right? Or was that right before?
I don't know.
Crap, now it's making me second guess and trifecta guess. Dang it, they're showing the hooks confusingly both ways. Look, they're showing them from the, I don't know which side. See, that's the way I did it, where they were all hooked. Oh, that's supposed to be hooked up? Son of a biscuit. Oh, so many stupid little details.
Does it
matter? Yeah, because it's going to change the absolute position of the hooking mechanism. And what if the hook is wrong? What would you do if your hooker was upside down?
Well,
but I'm serious, like, does it matter? Look in there. Show them.
I don't know if it matters or not.
If the hooker thing is facing the wrong direction when you go to use it, wait, no, you gotta go over there. So the drawing tends to show the hookers going up instead of down. So the ones from the center are supposed to go down, but of course we're upside down, so up.
Right.
And the other ones are supposed to go down, but since we're upside down, up. Are you confused yet?
Oh my goodness.
Listen, are you confused?
Jeez.
I just wanted to make sure that we got it right.
Insert the long hook into the wire through the slot in the wheel pan as shown. Hook the wire around the front mounting point inside the wheel pan as shown in the insert.
But listen, what I'm trying to say is, does it matter?
I don't know.
I doubt it matters. Because the hook, the shepherd's hook design on this end, the difference in deviation in absolute position from there to there, so imagine you're centered, it's gotta be like all of like 1 millimeter different from there to there.
So,
because the absolute position will change from here to there.
here's my question. If you have pressure on the gear when you land and they're facing the quote unquote wrong way, is it gonna make them wanna like pop off?
I don't think there's gonna be any way for them to pop off because all this crap's gonna be holding itself.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe it doesn't matter.
Maybe it should not be indicated as though it does matter.
It just says as shown, but there's no like important. It must go one way or the other.
But it's the way it's shown is, but you don't know which way that is. They just say front. I don't know if it's viewed through X-ray vision this way. Hey.
No,
is it X-ray vision this way or X-ray vision that way?
It's X-ray vision that way because here's your wheel.
I'm sick of your X-ray vision. I'm gonna just throw caution in the wind and put the hooks wherever the hookers want to work. That's where they're gonna be.
Okay.
Okay. Look right here. Look. Pull it out. Right. Woo. Okay. So this one is for. Oh my goodness! I can barely read that one.
LTR.
LTR, it's barely on there. So I have LTR in my hand. How did I know that was LTR?
Because I read it to you.
Obviously skills. It's definitely not pure luck. Pure unadulterated luck. It's not that thing. I can't believe you would challenge that. So now everybody listen. You're on Brian Phillips RC. We show all steps. Full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. That doesn't necessarily mean that we always get it right. Sometimes the camera crew,
Sometimes you don't listen to the directions.
Day. You know, it happens sometimes.
It does say important, the anchor plates must fit into the wing pockets with no tension or bow in the flying wire.
There is no tension or bow.
Okay. Repeat steps 2 through 7 to attach the bottom flying wires.
Okay, so we just have to do that thing again.
Well, you're almost done. Because you did it out of order, like always.
Am I making you tired?
From the bottom of the wing. Just hungry. Secure the mounting steps.
Why would you possibly be hungry or tired?
If people only knew her. Adjust. Oh, jeez.
Well, if I
put that
stepped on
anywhere.
that thing and broke
my
it,
goodness.
how happy would you be?
I would not be very happy with you.
Okay, so this one says forward and liber. So you just find liber. Why is that not bent? Oh, I stuck the wrong hole. This one.
Oh, did you do the other one right? Yeah,
What are you talking about? If you do it wrong, it doesn't even work. So there's only like 4,000 possible combinations where you did it wrong, but if you do it wrong, it won't work. Okay. So the good news is the plane will crash catastrophically and instantaneously if you do it wrong.
Okay, perfect.
But if you do it right, it's going to be like, hey, that was an easy thing that didn't definitely take lots of years off of my life.
Yeah, but can you imagine if it was a dynamo?
Are you kidding?
We would have already quit by now.
Oh, I would have been like, yeah, I'm no longer doing videos. It's over. Okay, right there.
That's all it takes.
Okay, I gotta pull this one out. This is a pretty ridiculous process.
But how
right?
else do you do it?
I mean, I agree. How else do you do it? But I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's not been the most...
Of all the wire projects that we've done on planes,
It's pretty much equally crappy. No, I'm saying that this is equally crappy, if not slightly equally the same as every other one. It's just awkward. Guys, there's no easy way to put it. It's awkward. There's not really like a super easy way to do awkward things. And it's even worse when you have to film it. Because then your wife makes fun of you while you're supposed to be filming and hurts your feelings.
Whatever.
And sometimes you cry like a big baby. And then we have to refilm the whole thing. It's terrible. Now it's together. Actually, that stuck together with a little bit of resistance, and that made it a lot better. The other ones just want to keep kind of popping out.
Okay.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. It's practically built. And guys, we are almost out of parts. What are those two screws for?
To hook the top flying wires. What do you flip it over?
Okay, so we did the screws for the wings, so I can flip this over, right?
Yes, we did. I just thought about that.
Oh, look, it's a geebee. It's a BG. It's a BG.
Don't say it wrong. We're going to get confused.
Look. Okay. So there's supposed to be no pressure or tension.
Yes.
Or compression.
Okay.
Or constipation.
Right.
Camera crew.
I heard you. Just not feeding into your ridiculousness. This is a new release.
It's all right.
Ship has sailed.
Nobody's watching. It's true. We're down to 3. Hey, Brian, I'm still here. We're going to build that thing.
It's actually only been an hour and 12 minutes.
Holy shit.
You have like a whole nother hour and a half to fill.
Listen.
Please don't.
Listen. Okay. Ooh, that's a good fit. Ooh. Okay.
That's nice.
Now, there. Hold on.
What?
Hold on. It's not done right. You know why? I don't.
You haven't tensioned them yet.
You can't tension them once they're screwed tight.
That's literally the next step.
Oh, we got to do that from below. We got to do that from below. Because then you've got the turnbuckles.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You having a problem over there with your mic thing?
Nerd thing? Nerd? Are you saying I'm a nerd?
No, you said that.
Okay. You know where I rank in your world?
Number 1.
No, number 5 or 6.
Okay.
Dang it. I can't hang on to it.
What?
We're in my forceps. Hold on to that one, that dear geebee. Oh, dang it. Didn't work. When I let go of this, so the other day, funny story, I hit myself in the face with a screwdriver. Did I tell you about this?
It worked.
Yes. I was using it to pry, and I had to open up this like thing to hold the wire, and it goes boom right back in my lip, and it got all big, and I was like, oh no, it's gonna look like I got into a bar fight. So, fortunately, it did not swell as bad as I thought it could have.
Did everybody point and laugh?
Yeah.
Did you like look around and make sure nobody was watching?
Nobody was watching. I was in a watch bay for semis.
Is it stuck? Do you need help?
Well, you know I'm not going to pull out.
Here you go.
Thanks. Thanks. All right, so now everybody listen. This plane looks like it's built, but it's not. Do you want to know why?
Because you haven't done the last step.
I have to tension these things. I'm going to show you how to do it. You have to spin this thing until it tensions it. It's going to tension all this from here to here, and then from here to here, and then from here to here. And then you're going to do that for both of these. Look, watch. Whoops. Whoa. Whoa, you got to make sure it's hooked. It wasn't hooked and it popped right off.
See? Maybe it matters.
No, it does matter, but like it doesn't matter enough to matter so that you're right.
Okay. Got it.
Are you going to look from the other side so you can actually see what's happening?
No, I was going to read you the directions.
I don't need no stinking directions. This ain't rocket science. It's airplane science, which is even more complicated. Despite the rockets usually going into outer space.
Oh, yeah, what?
So what happened was I did not, yeah, I'm just hoping I can twist it out enough to actually get around there. Because you see the turnbuckle, you turn one and it unscrews both. I just don't want it to come undone. If it does come undone, it's not the end of the world because you'll just have to thread the rod back on. Hon, could you help me thread the rod?
I think that's usually a you thing.
What? When did that start?
There you go.
Okay. So now I'm going to go the other way. See this? I'm just torquing it down. Torquing it down. Look at it. It's biting right on there. Wowzers. Amazing. Wow.
Okay, well, if somebody read you the directions and you listened to them, they would say they should be tight enough to not rattle, but not excessively tight, or you will crash.
Did it say you will?
No, it said you may. You don't want to cause a twist in the wing.
Look, I'm not causing no twist. I'm holding this so it doesn't pop off again.
Just telling you.
Listen carefully. Listen. I want it to sound like ding dong, ding ding dong, dong, ding dong. Like I'm a guitar player.
Yeah, obviously you are.
Forget doing RC reviews. I'm just gonna start a music channel. It's gonna be like ding ding ding.
Can
I'll
I
just do guitar
Can you find it?
covers.
Is there a different camera crew for that?
Probably.
Oh, good.
Just there's gonna be a lot of groupies.
Okay.
You're gonna have to like be swatting them off.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. All right, well that was fun. Now we got to do the other wing. Welcome to Brian Phillips RC, where we manufacture the planes. I mean, depends.
We manufacture depends?
No, it depends. Look, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see from that angle, camera crew.
I'm looking to make
Quit
sure
being
they're
so defiant.
hooked
Talking about
inside.
depends, that's awkward. Seriously, don't you know that
Your hand is in the way.
incontinence is a big problem? Jeez. I'm gonna hurt people's feelings. What if they need to go to the bathroom? I don't want them to like go during the ads. Oh, you can't say that on YouTube. They'll cancel you immediately. Canceled, Brian. Finally, we get back 3/4 of our entire memory. Just one channel. Finally, we can have all the reruns from TBS since the beginning of time, taking up half as much memory. In case you guys are wondering why Google is doing satellite-based data centers, that'd be
Just for us.
because of Brian Phillips RC build videos. They used to be long, and now they're universal. Okay. Yeah, it's not doing the thing I want it to do. It's kind of like I feel like I'm running out of threads. Is it possible? Or is it just that I'm hanging on by a thread?
What's wrong with that one?
I don't know. It sounds like a guitar. It's I can't turn it much more. Yeah, no. Yep, no. Yep, no.
Okay. You're from the Midwest.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I think the big thing is you don't want your wings, if they go from looking like this to like, you did it wrong. Let's check. Oh yeah, that is perfection. Just like the way I pronounce that. All right, so now that you know what a geebee looks like, you will also know how fun it was to build.
That was not that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but it took me 3 times as long as everybody watching this video. I can tell by the way they rolled their eyes. at the screen. So here on Brian Phillips RC, we try our best to showcase these products in their true and realistic way that they go together. Okay, so I'm gonna put these screwdrivers away. One of the issues we have with this model is that the build was super smooth and really easy. The other issue we have is me. Okay, yeah. So if you guys are brand new to Brian Phillips RC, we really do build all the planes that you've seen or see on this channel, and then we really fly them. Now, I am not sure if I'm comfortable leaving those.
Oh, you're definitely not even thinking about leaving them, right?
How are you going to remember which one's which?
Why are you taking them off?
Well, I mean, they're going to be completely butt ugly if we leave them.
Yeah, you're not leaving the tags on.
I was thinking about it.
You weren't really, right?
I was.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously? No. You're so full of crap. Cut them off.
I'm totally going to leave them. Why do you think I'm telling a fib?
You don't leave tags on batteries that no one ever sees again.
But there, I see them. Okay, guys, if you want to take the lid off, look, you're supposed to go like this, but you have to like put a leg on this wing, and then you have to put an arm on here, and then it just goes like that. Or you could come down here and do that, which is another option. I still just think the better option would be to put a piece of tape right here. And I've seen the video. That one. Those magnets are strong.
Yeah, they are. Holy
Okay,
cow.
so I think I'm gonna just show the people at home. Listen, anybody who doesn't need this, that's fine. You don't have to do this step. It's totally optional. It's totally optional. Totally
It's
optional.
like the weirdest battery
Look at the motor
bay.
from that side.
I know.
What the heck? They got a binding plug stuck in the hole. It's stuck in the hole already.
Oh.
Okay, well, that was nice of them to stick it in. I would have preferred to be the one to stick it in.
Well, I mean.
So guys, this tape, we got it on Amazon, and we thought it was the real thing. It turns out it was not the real thing.
Chinese garbage.
And it sucks.
Like everything else.
But it's okay, because we only got like 15 rolls. So it'll take us exactly 7 years to run through it. Did I say that whole story correctly?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now listen, there's plastic all the way around here. Okay? And I am gonna take one for the team right now and just show you exactly what not to do. Stick it down just like that, and then fold it just like this so that your fingerprint goes in. Do not block my light. I'm literally working with invisible materials. Okay? Invisible.
I can still see it.
It's invisible. False advertising. It's not invisible. It's visible.
Yeah, but visible tape doesn't sound as good.
What the frick is going on with this? Just get in there. What am I doing wrong?
You're just not pushing it down.
Here, you do it. Show me. Show me.
Well, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but
Why do you need more than one hand?
like that.
Yeah, but did you notice that it was like hugely awkward to slide in the hole?
Not really.
But watch this, guys. Watch this. No, zoom out. I wanted to see the full thing. Oh, it was so easy. One-handed, not even looking. Just wanted to show you, but then watch this again. That's it. It went in.
I didn't have a problem with it.
See? There it is.
That is
Okay?
weird.
That is a sweet motor. Okay? And look at that. The smart motor. Ooh, it's a 3549 1000 kV from Spectrum. And there's your EC3 lead. That is a very clean setup in there.
That's an IC3 lead.
That is an IC3 lead. And this is Velcro. You know what we're going to do with that Velcro?
Put a shelf liner on it.
Yeah, we could.
We probably need to like figure out what battery we need in this too.
You mean a 4000 4S?
Oh,
You mean a 4000 4S?
I don't know. Is that what you need?
Is that what you meant, camera crew?
I didn't read the manual yet.
I feel like you don't want to
I just knew all that stuff
to this
already.
process. Okay, so this Velcro is not very big, so I'm a little bit concerned. And by the way, we didn't get a chunk of Velcro. You guys might. That might have been something that they didn't provide for us because they used it on accident, forgot to reload the package. So I've got a little Velcro here. And option one would be, let's see if this goes on it and it works. Yeah, that would work okay. Or I could just use my own. But yeah, that's a pocket is for a 4000 4S. And so there's two ways you can use Velcro to stick down some shelf liner, or you can use China glue or foam to foam. Here's foam to foam. Here's China glue. China glue. They're both pretty much China glue. And then pretty much I'm going to use shelf liner, and I'm going to use the scissors that I have pretty much sitting over here.
Okay.
I don't even know if I need this plane stand anymore.
We might not.
I've had enough of it.
Okay.
I don't even need it. Okay. So this is shelf liner. This is a solid shelf liner. We have links to crap like this on our channel, or not so much our channel, but BrianPhillipsRC.com, or you can go to bprc.me. If you don't know how to spell Brian, it's with an I, or you can just type BP like Brian Phillips, and RC like radio controlled, bprc.me.
It's funny how that worked out.
It's like it was planned out.
Giant piece of shelf liner.
Well, that's because I was going to stick it like that. Then I was going to stick the balance of it right there. Okay. So everybody paying attention? Watch this. Oh! Cut it in half. Okay. This is definitely famous China glue. That's what that stands for, in case you're wondering.
You know.
So amazing.
Stupid.
Amazing marketing. Definitely not nerdy at all.
We usually use vowels and words.
The world's famous foam to foam. This stuff is made in Europe, so they tell you how it can kill you.
Yes.
So the reason I'm showing foam to foam on this is because this is a Spectrum and E-flite product rather, and this is not, but this is probably what I would use if you weren't watching, because it's about the same price and tends to be a little bit tackier.
Just like.
Don't go there. Look, just gonna make a squizzle, little squizzle there.
Squizzle.
Squizzle. It's a word. Look it up. Squizzle.
No, it's a
Squizzle.
swizzle.
Whoa. No, it's a squizzle.
Swizzle.
A swizzle is different. Okay. So this stuff, it is it's foam safe, foam to foam, which I've never met China glue that's not foam safe. But maybe there is one out there. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna just dip my finger right into the sticky stuff and spread it out. Okay, watch that. Look, now watch. Now I'm gonna spread this stuff here. You'll notice it gets a little bit of an oxidized, sort of gray finish to it, which is not ideal. Holy cow. Who cut this? What moron cut it right there? Okay, so now I'm gonna, you know what? Wait. Why did I cut it so
I don't know.
wrong? Why didn't you stop me?
I tried.
You didn't try very hard. Okay.
At least you're my moron.
I'm gonna just slather the sticky stuff right there. Now this will cook off and it's not gonna stick to anything you don't want it to. Except for your finger. I'm just kidding, it's not that bad. So look, then you can just stick this down. You'll let it cook off for a minute and then you'll just work that down for just 2 seconds. And then you can make a ball of grossness that looks a lot like a booger. Okay, but it's not a booger. Okay, look, just like this. Now, if I would have cut that, imagine what it would look like if it was connected still.
You're not really gonna use both pieces, are you?
Oh yes, I'm not gonna do that because I just realized it fit perfectly without. So I'm gonna, whoa, it slipped. All right, so there it is. So that's good. Now, I am gonna just kind of work my finger along the length, and then that's gonna kind of hold it in position. And then there's a lot of stuff in there. Wowzers. Just working it back and forth. Okay, perfect. That's shelf liner. Why would you use shelf liner, camera crew?
Because you don't want to put Velcro on your batteries because it's never in the right spot and it looks tacky and it makes them gross.
Listen. Why would you use shelf liner?
So that your battery doesn't slide around.
That's exactly correct. So 4S 4000?
That's what you said.
Like this?
I guess.
Or more precisely, like the one that's not any puffage yet. This one's just slightly farther. Kind of like me. Kind of like me. I feel like I'm looking into the future. All right, so turn on the charger. It's on. These are Gen 1 packs. Okay, Gen 1 packs have a bounce lead. If they don't have a bounce lead, it's a Gen 2 pack. Evidently, this is going to fly on, I think it's 3 or 4S. But I'm going to just stick this in the hole and show you a trick. It could start if you wanted it to. But then if you guys have, a problem with the length of your lead, if your lead is not as long as you'd like it to be, which I know is a problem for some of us, you can plug this in. Watch this. Booyah. Watch this. You can stick this right there. Stop beeping at me. And then you can stick in this thing. Watch this. Wow. If you have, oh, I got the wrong plug. There's one that's got the right plug, I promise. Oh, but by the way, if you really, really wanted to be a goofball, you could grab the correct connector, which looks like this. And then you could actually do that, which I'm not going to do. I just grabbed the wrong wire. Camera crew, being so mean to me today. Look, right here's the right one. I told you this wouldn't be a giant mess.
No, I'm so glad it's not.
Look, IC3. We're only showing this because there's like 4 of you out there that are like, I can't reach my connector. I used to be able to see and reach my connector back when I was younger. Okay. Then you stick this right here. This is new release. Oh, son of a darn. Now watch this. The most plusest side compared to the negativest most side. And then you can just slide that right in there. Ooh, wow. Look at this. Oh, it's initiating a smart charge. Okay? So guys, if you're wanting to do cables like this, I think people are probably going to do cables like this if they're building like cable boxes and like fire safe protections. Like we obviously are very careful about things like that.
Yes.
So we're going to stick this in here just because I want to show you that it can be done in no time. Okay, so then I'm going to do the bounce lead first this time. Okay, so the plusest most side goes to there, the negative most side goes there. You could also just like draw an arrow so you know which side to kind of slide it over to. And that way it reaches really nice. And that's really only necessary when you've got these batteries that don't have an appropriate length like this. These are long enough, but some of them are just ridiculously short. And it's not just Spectrum, by the way. There are a few other brands that we've had, particularly in heli brands.
Yeah,
and
we had one the other
day that was super short, like ridiculously short. It was like some super pack, like a 6S that was really short.
It was a Gen Days pack, I think.
Yeah, but then there's, and then you get these ones that look a lot like me in the future.
In the future. Hey, better.
So 4004S is going to be what we stick into that hole, and that strap does not look big enough for it. Is it possible that I am completely wrong in my assessment?
I don't know.
Camera crew, what does the manual say? And while you look in the manual, I'm going to look in the box. It says all sorts of things, but I'm not seeing the box say what battery to use yet.
No, it does say 4004S.
That's what I thought
required.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think you can go down to 3S, but it doesn't even say. Usually it'll say like optional equipment.
Well, sometimes it says those things, and other times you have
optional.
to assume them. That's why you watch Brian Phillips RC, so that you can watch him fail miserably, so you don't have
When
to.
you click on the link and it'll tell you what's required to complete, it'll tell you the sizes of batteries you can use.
Or you can look in the video description below,
Yep.
and it will say what the recommended battery is. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to have every optional battery.
Right.
It kind of depends on if we fly it with the optional pack.
Yeah, we usually put whatever we use.
But, hon, listen.
What?
What about 3200 4S?
Probably, because I think you can go down to 3200 3S.
Oh.
Is the smallest
So let's
size.
turn on this other charger, and let's stick this Gen 2 right in there.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's.
Gen 2, watch this. You guys ready for this? Booyah! It's gonna charge. It's gonna be amazing. And then let's do this S155, meaning one channel of delicious 55 watt goodness. Isn't that what you're telling me?
There's 4 batteries, so it's like a blizzard. What are you planning on doing?
Well, I mean, we might need to heat the house.
We should.
Okay, so I do not remember needing a wrench.
Nope.
That's probably not a good sign. So now you're probably thinking to yourself, Brian, you took us through so many amazingly helpful steps on this build. Now we need to know how to set up the radio setup. And I've been waiting patiently. Brian, I've been waiting this whole time just for the radio setup. We'll get there. We'll get there. I promise. That's going to be our next move. And that's what we do right after we build them. On Brian Phillips RC is we do unbox, build, and radio setup in that chronological order. That doesn't necessarily mean that you guys need help with all 3 steps. But if you do need help with those steps, we are here for you on Brian Phillips RC. Why do we care so much? You might be thinking to yourself. The reason why is because we want you to know how to do it from scratch with your NX10. The only issue we have with our NX10 right now is we are technically out of model memory still.
Yeah.
And yet we keep finding more room by eliminating old models. So let's show the people how long it takes to turn on when you have 4 billion models.
I only have 20 minutes of battery memory left. So you better hurry up with your transmitter.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is it on? 18.
No.
20, 21, 22,
19.
23, 24, 25, 26. Set your atomic clock now. 27, 29, 30, 32. Holy crap, that was a forever.
You skipped so
What
many
are you
numbers.
doing? So our next move is we have to figure out how to actually make memory.
Memories.
In order to do that, we're gonna hit cancel and back, and we're just gonna validate that we do not have any more.
Yep. 257 is a lie.
Okay, so now what that means is I gotta go through this whole thing and find something to delete. Okay, so we're gonna do that right now. And if we don't, we're gonna come out with an NX8 brand new out of the box and then update the firmware. Okay. I found number 258 to be free. Number 258, colon spaces.
Nothing.
That was, okay, so full disclosure, one of the reasons that we're out of model memory is because we had an NX6, and then we had an NX8, and then we had another NX8, and then we had an NX10, which is this. And every time we copied models from one to the other, it was not indexing them correctly. And so what happened was you would end up with like 2 145s and 2 number 7s. And I don't understand how it got to be that way, but it's really annoying. And it'd be pretty cool if Airware would like be able to go in and say, please renumber my list or something like that. But there is no way. Or look for absolute duplicate models, please. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. So it's not that sophisticated, evidently. But either way, 258, model memory number 250. How do I know? Because burp, 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 doesn't go any further. Okay, that's how you know. And I think it stops at like more like 260, 70 or something like that. Because it did not stop at 250.
No.
But that's because our numbering was all screwed up. I think that's what really happened. And by the way, the database is only allowed to hold so many. But you can put tons more on that 1 terabyte SD drive. Say that again. SD drive. Micro SD drive. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so 258, I'm gonna select that right now. Click. Model type. This is where I reset it. So I just selected that again and it said, we'll reset all the data. So I don't wanna do that again. I just did it 10 seconds ago off camera. Model name, so we're gonna type that in. It's gonna be the geebee. Cancel, and we'll type it in, come back. All right, so we got the geebee R-2 1 meter. Hit back, aircraft type. This is where you would refer to page number 5 in the manual. And this is the NX series. So if you're doing DX, you'd be here, IX, you'd be here. And then of course you could also do the smart transmitter file. Now keep in mind, if you do all this crap, then don't do that too. You do this instead of that. Or you can do this and then modify what you don't like. I don't want to dink around with it. I find it to be quite obnoxious. This is a plane, I can handle it. I'm gonna basically type in what I want to type in. This is also a very simple plane because there are ailerons and there is an elevator and there is a rudder. There's no flaperons, there's no flaps, there's no retracts. This should be a pretty simple plane, okay? As a result of being simple, I'm going to do it my way. Normal, normal, next. Select image, there better be a geebee. Son of a biscuit, there's not a geebee. See, not even a geebee. It's just blank.
Not even anything close.
Well, it did almost have no elevator. We could do a sailplane. I'm just kidding. Let's do that. Okay, so we got the geebee. We're gonna do flight mode setup on switch D as in Delta. Then we're gonna do spoken flight mode. This is gonna be Brian Phillips RC setup. Okay, flight mode 1, we're gonna change the name, highlight, cancel, cancel. And then this is gonna be AS3X because that's the way I want my switches neutrally when I turn on my transmitter. So that I just scroll in AS3X. Good thing we didn't do this one today. We'd been out in the snow doing this. And that wheel would have got all wet and screwed it up.
Yeah, it would have.
Which, by the way, it's been working pretty good lately. If it didn't have to scroll this far down, this far down, this far down 400 times, we probably would not have problems with our scrolling wheel. So, by the way, you can do a custom sound selection as part of one of your templates, and then you can make it a lot easier on yourself to find like AS3X and safe, like if you do it every time. Or better yet, Airware could put them at the top of the list because it's the most common audible event. Okay, so we're gonna put AS3X mode right there. AS3X mode. Okay, then we're gonna go down to this one, which is gonna be the middle. I'm gonna attempt for an offsetting. It probably won't be because you can't always do it with a bind and fly configuration. Now you can't always factory reset on the newer style receivers. And once you do that, then you can, like update firmware, do all sorts of crazy stuff. And then you can update firmware on the old ones and then do all the crazy stuff. But you may lose some of the feature sets if you go back to factory defaults, okay? I do not know if factory defaulting will lose the transmitter file or not. I just genuinely don't know. Okay, so we're looking for safe. So like safe here. Oops, we're looking for off. I apologize, folks. I scrolled way past off. Dang it. There's off. Okay, this one's gonna be AS3X, highlight, cancel, cancel. So this is gonna be AS3.
Nope, this one's safe.
Yep, it's gonna be safe. Sensor assisted flight envelope. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, now we click and we go to it. And we're way down here again, looking for safe. Booyah. Okay, now remember, these are just labels. This is what prints on the screen about in this area, and then this is what's spoken. It's an audio event, okay? You can also set up audio events for switches in another area of the setup as well. Channel assign, we're not gonna really need to do anything because we don't need to reassign stuff, but I don't like listening to these things beep. So I'm gonna inhibit them. Booyah. Okay, and then we'll walk back out. We may need to make an assignment to the switch here because I'm guessing that switch A is going to do safe for AS3X, but we want to switch it to switch D. Why did I stop doing switch G when I don't have retracts? Switch A, the gear switch, because when there's no gear and I was doing safe or AS3X, I would accidentally retract the gear mentally, and then I would cause it to go into safe, and I'd almost hit the trees that I was flying over every time. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do when we get ready to set up is we're gonna set up throttle cut. We're gonna turn that, we're gonna highlight this, and then we're gonna toggle switch H. Then we're gonna watch down here. You see how it says aux 12? I do not know. Airware always goes to that. I don't know why. Go down here, highlight it, move it over so you can see throttle. Throttle moves up and down. No, it stays still. Wow, look at that. It's because throttle cuts on. Throttle cuts off. Now it works. Very good. Now when throttle cuts on, you'll be safe. Okay. So now I'm going to set up dual rates and expo. Now this is going to be all tied to switch F. I could set it up my way, or I could look at what they recommend. They're suggesting dual rates and expo at 70 and 5, 70 and 5, 70 and 5, and then high rates would be 110. Okay. So I'm just going to do it my way. So this is my way because everybody has their own specific taste on how they want planes to normally fly. So this is the way I would normally fly, which is ironically their high rates, okay? And then I would have an even lower rate, which would be 20, and then reduce the rates down to 90. So again, they're saying 70 and 5, and then 110. So you're still gonna have expo either way. I think it's largely a matter of opinion, and anybody who tells you different doesn't understand how expo works. Expo is going to soften the sticks in the center or make them more precise in the center if you do a negative value, okay? So a lot of times when I'm doing a crazy 3D plane, I will actually set this the same way. I've got a doubling and halving effect on a normal plane like this. It's gonna be like, this is neutral. This is way softer. This is neutral. This is way more precise, okay? But if you are flying a 3D plane, I might even set that to a negative value to make it more sensitive in the center. So when you do 3D maneuvering, you can really get it to move quick, okay? Without moving the stick far. 5, then 10, then, whoops, then 20, not 70. Calm down, scrolly wheel. There's 90, okay? So that's neutral. And you'll notice they're exactly the same for all three, and they're all tied to the same switch. Why? Because you're gonna fatigue yourself. You're gonna make yourself think about too many different things that don't matter by messing with this, and this, and this. It's just gonna get confusing, believe me. If you don't believe me, you probably aren't flying as much as I do. But there are people that do it, so I shouldn't say that. Some people do. Oh, by the way, we're gonna have thrust reverse on this model, which I don't know where they've got it set up, but I am just gonna go into system setup and just show you this, okay? Channel assign. So right now, aux 7, it's usually channel 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, okay? So nothing is tied to 9. I don't know what channel we're gonna do.
Usually goes to 7 to default, doesn't it?
Which is on switch B, so I'm just gonna change it to switch G. And we'll see for lucky, because aux 7 would normally be tied to this by default. I use this for flaps. There are no flaps on this, so I definitely don't want to accidentally have my thrust reverse deploying, okay? So now when I walk over to this menu, when I go to deploy flaps or play with gear, gear still changes, but I don't know what we're gonna be doing with channel 5 yet. Now, we could look at this handy dandy box here that shows what we might be doing, and it will tell you, yeah, one aileron, normal, okay? We already did that. The dual rates and expo, that stuff's all set, throttle cut set. So they didn't even tell you the other stuff. So thrust reverse is an optional feature. It's controlled in a different way, but you have to set it up right away when you first power up the plane so that you can navigate into the menu structure, okay? So I'm gonna walk over here and I'll scroll all the way over when it's connected, okay? But you have to be bound first. So then the other thing is timer's probably not gonna be a super important thing, but we're gonna set the time. Does it say what time to set it to?
Not anymore.
Sometimes they do. Nope, it doesn't say. Okay, so in that case, we're gonna go with, let's have a 5-minute timer. Anything over 25% is going to start the one out. It's gonna start the timer. At 1 minute, I want a voice. Do I normally do that? Yes, I do.
Yes.
And then I want a countdown voice, and then I want an expiration, tone, and vibrate, and then a tone every minute thereafter. Okay, so it's gonna count, but only after we've expired our 5 minutes. Now, after our first flight, we're gonna realize how much time we've done by looking down and saying, oh, well, that was about 5 minutes. That's a good time to start paying attention. then you can clear it if you want, and then just fly again, right? So throttle cut's on, go to monitor mode, check your throttle cut. Everything else should be checked once we get bound up. So our next move is to bind the bottle. This is where I would only occasionally fly off into the stove. That happened one time, right?
Once, yep.
I don't even remember what I was doing to cause that. It was pretty dumb though.
We were setting stuff up, but we were already plugged in. Huh?
All right, so these batteries are charged. Looks like they're each charged, so I'll take the more plump one.
Okay. Just feel better about yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why. Now listen, I want to talk about prop safety for a minute. If you don't know what you're doing, be careful. If you do know what you're doing, be careful. If you definitely don't know what you're doing, like for instance, you didn't do that. That is weird. Those magnets fight you putting it on. That's what's happening. One hand. See how that worked? Pretty awesome setup. And you're never going to see it, but you will see these.
You are taking those off, right?
Maybe. Maybe after I negotiate.
No, you can leave them on.
Okay, that is not going to reach very well. This might reach like that. Okay, so listen, let's talk about where my arms are. Let's talk about the fact that this isn't bound. Let's talk about where the receiver is. Where is the receiver?
Not back there.
Those are the servos.
There's a reason they gave you a bind
stuck.
plug.
Just call the ambulance now. Don't waste time. I'm not stuck that bad. They did give you a bind plug. So this is the bind plug, which is very weird looking. But I just want to talk about prop safety for a minute because I'm going to be hugging this. If that prop is spinning at full rate, I'll be able to secure the plane, but it's going to scare the crap out of me. And it's going to be right here, and I could see somebody getting cut. So just be careful. I've had about 2 or 3 occasions where the prop has spun for any reason. I've been cut once. Out of thousands of videos, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of planes, helicopters, VTOLs, quads. And I've been cut one time on prop. And it was with 2 receivers that were simultaneously bound, and I was doing crazy things on a twin, but it was an ultra micro. You didn't know about that twin, did you? Pay attention, please, camera crew. Don't get distracted by my twin commentary. Oh, it's longer. Oh, it's longer.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. But just be aware, look where the motor is.
Yeah.
You know, I feel more comfortable having it back there, so I'm going to do that. Plugged in. Okay. Now, it's not bound, so we're going to have the binding plug in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to bind it. Now, keep in mind, there is that weird old setup for doing AS3X versus safe binding. I'm just going to bind it and then set it up through the radio system.
Can you even do that?
Okay, pay attention. Listen. You'll notice that I have this here, and it's going to get secured temporarily, albeit. Now I'm going to take this while I've got my hands in a safe angle, and I'm going to secure the plane, and now I'm going to try to bind it. See, if this were to try to take off, I would stop it. We got it! I'm holding. Now it's going to ask us about loading the file. Okay, now I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to pull the bind plug. I'm going to lay the bind plug here, just because I can. It's done binding. The surfaces already work. I do not want to load this, so I'm going to skip. If you do, holding the plane. Okay, nothing's happening yet. Elevator up, elevator down. Roll left, roll right. Yaw left, yaw right. Somebody check the steerable. Just kidding, it's attached. Okay, now, throttle cut is currently on. Full throttle, nothing, good. Throttle cut's off. We have forward thrust. Crap, that's crazy. Look at the box almost fell over. Show them the box. That's nuts. Wow, we almost had a hurricane in here. Okay, throttle cuts on and tested. So now that we know that things are working and I can trust the throttle cuts, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on, okay? That is weird. All right, so now that this is on, a couple things. Spring-loaded suspension. Look at the rudder. Check your AS3X is working. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now elevator. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now roll. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I am moving it and I want to see it resist. Yes, it's resisting. Yes, it's resisting. Now watch this. Yes, it's resisting. Yes, it's resisting. Resisting, resisting, resisting. Good? Mm-hmm. Okay? So everything is working as expected. The only thing I got to do now is I have to be careful to not let that thing fly away into my fridge or stove. Clearing the timer. I need to check thrust reverse. And so I'm going to go to monitor mode. Monitor 2, monitor 1. All the way over, it's not going to work. Up on the elevator, left on the aileron. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Why? Because you have to do that within so many seconds of first firing up the plane. So that's what we're going to do next. Now that we know that we can trust the plane, this should be a little bit easier process. We're also not binding. Okay, so I can leave that right on that screen. Sticks down. De-energize the plane by unplugging the battery. I'm holding the lead from the battery, de-energizing the plane, and then plugging it back in. Okay, it's plugged in. Now I'm going to take this cowling, step it back down. Okay. Lay that still. We got plenty of time. So I'm going to go up, elevator, left aileron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now right elevator. 1, or right aileron. 3, 4. Okay. So now you use this to move up and down, and you use this to change the setting. So brake force normal, keeping in mind the whole plane is hooked up. Reverse, brake force, 1. I don't even like the braking. It prepares the motor for thrust reverse. You could change your rotation if you needed to. Which, to be honest with you, if you did that, then your 100 and minus 100 would already be set for you. But we're going to talk about that more in a second. So it's on channel 7. Look, it's on channel 7. We wouldn't have actually had to change this. Oh, except we had to turn on thrust reverse.
Yeah.
It was not on. Okay, so you can change it by going left and right. But I'll leave it on channel 7. Then exit was saved. Just make sure it's on a non-pluggable channel. Now I'm going to exit. Okay. Wait for everything to arm so that it operates as normal. Okay, now that it's armed, we can scroll away from that serial menu so we don't accidentally have problems. Also, you're going to notice, look, you got all sorts of other information here. Okay, look at that. Got your battery telemetry. Pretty cool. Okay, so now at this point, we need to figure out if thrust reverse is going to work by going to monitor. And we see we've got plus 100 and we've got minus 100. I'm going to tell you right now, minus 100 is going to be forward thrust. This is going to be, who knows, and we're going to change that, and that's going to be reverse thrust. So right now it's in forward, and because we have already used the throttle, whoops, throttle cuts off. That's reverse thrust. I don't want to knock those planes over, but you can see it's clearly going backward. Okay? Now back toward my belly. It's going to go forward and definitely forward. And then in the middle, who knows? I wouldn't trust it. Throttle cuts on. So how do we fix that problem? We go to digital switch setup and we go like this. We select switch G, highlight that. Then we go in here and we scroll in minus 100 on the position we want. I want forward thrust with the switch facing away from my belly, which is forward, which is going to swap the direction of channel. And you're like, Brian, why don't you just reverse the channel? Because that's not good enough for me. I don't want a floating position where it's right at the 0. I want it to be plus 100 and plus 100. Okay, and then this one I got to scroll all the way around. You can also look at aux 7 right here. It's just moving its way all the way up. I don't know why they switched to aux 7, aux 8, aux 9. It's very confusing to many people that are used to the auxiliary channels only being indicated anything above the first 5. So throttle, aileron, elevator, rudder, gear, aux1, aux2, aux3, aux4, aux5, aux6, aux7. Now they've changed to what channel it actually is, which confuses the heck out of some people. So just be aware of it. This is not aux1, aux2, aux3, aux4, aux5, aux6, except that it is aux6. See, the first 5 channels have names. The rest of them are auxiliaries. Goofy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to go to monitor and show you what it looks like. Monitor. There's forward thrust on aux7. And there's reverse thrust, and then there's still reverse thrust. Very good. Throttle cuts off. Forward thrust is called out. Definitely forward thrust. You can probably hear it. Definitely reverse thrust. Definitely reverse thrust. Controllable. Throttle cuts on. Forward thrust is on. So that's about as hard as it gets for setup because we are in AS3X mode and it is clearly working. But let's see what happens when we change modes. Probably nothing. Probably nothing. Okay. Throttle cuts on so I can pick this beast up and see how it does. Are we in safe? Are we in AS3X? My guess is we're in safe. How do I know? Because it's correcting. No, it's not in safe. Nothing changed. Why? Let's change gear. Nope, that didn't change it either. So we got to figure out what channel is actually calling out safe. Except it's not been set up. So we probably have to set it up in forward programming.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go to forward programming and set it up right now. Okay, so forward programming, throttle cuts on. Scroll down to forward programming. This is where we set up. I'm going to turn on advanced menus. Gyro settings. By the way, if you want to totally factory reset it, other settings, factory reset. We're not going to do that. Gyro settings, AS3X settings. AS3X gains. It's not changing. Why is it not changing? Save select. Let's select a channel. Highlight it. aux6 evidently is already attached to D. So we'll see if that works. It's only going to work if that changes. Yep, it's changing. So watch this. AS3X is on. Safe is off. Let's turn on safe. Now there's 3 modes. I want that off. I want that off. This is just telling you it's on in its nature that safe is available. Safe is now off. See what happens? I need to reverse my switch. So now that that's on, that means that this channel is only going to allow safe to be on in the upward position. And then AS3X is now off. And now safe is on, but we're actually reversing that. So let's go ahead and walk out. Highlight servo setup, travel, highlight it, scooch over to reverse. If you're not sure which channel you're on, look at the monitor. aux6. Now it's switched. No. Okay. How do we know? Because now we can click and scroll back into forward programming. Don't worry about the timer. Gyro settings. Safe select. Look, safe is on, and it's on right now. Safe is off. AS3X is off. AS3X is on, safe is off. Works pretty good, right? The other thing is, just to be clear, you could have safe on this step too, but you could also have safe off or on in that. So you could actually have 3 different flight modes with safe on all 3 of them. Okay, pretty cool. So that's where we're going to predominantly fly. Now AS3X settings, if you go to AS3X gains, look at this. You're in flight mode 3 because we had to reverse it. You can see 30, 42, 50. Off, because there's nothing. And there's not an adjustable value in safe. Pretty cool, huh? And then stop, lock, and release rates are set here. Okay? If you want it. And then these, which these are preset by the factory. I don't mess with them in most cases. I never do. Okay, pretty cool. Now other settings. This is the other settings. Okay, pretty cool. You can also go to failsafe and check stuff if you want. We're gonna do that. All right, good. So timer's cleared. Elevator up, elevator down. Roll left, roll right. Yaw left, yaw right. Throttle cuts on. Securing the plane, throttle cuts off. Forward thrust, reverse thrust, and reverse thrust. Forward thrust, throttle cut, throttle's down. So we've tested all the direction of travel. Now we need to test between AS3X and safe. We're currently in AS3X. Throttle cut is engaged, so now I can check again. Everything's working there, everything's working there. Now same thing with the elevator, same thing with the elevator, same thing with the aileron 1, same thing with aileron 2. I'm just looking to see that it resists. Can you see?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
You can actually see very good on that.
Now, yeah, it's real easy to see.
Yeah.
Now, I can also flip this upside down and make sure we're not in safe because it would be trying to find the quickest route to level, but it hasn't done that. So now I'm going to turn it off. You can't hear it jumping around. Now in safe, it immediately tries to find the quickest route to level. Okay, now let's see what it does. When I'm diving, it tries to pull out of the dive with the elevator until it gets to that position. And then if you're climbing real steep and you let off of the sticks, it's gonna try to bring the plane level, okay? So that's pretty cool. The other thing you can do is sticks will be limited in safe, whereas if it's off or AS3X, there should be more movement. The other thing you can do is you can hold the aileron or elevator. In this case, elevator is going to be easier to demonstrate with a nose down. You see how it's nose down, nose down, nose down, nose down. It's going to eventually stop giving you any nose down, okay? That's how you can tell where your limit is. Now, nose up, because there's going to be a limit on bank angles and pitch angles. So I'm pulling down on the stick, and that's where it's going to stop you. Okay, so then roll. See the aileron? It's going to let you roll. Whoops. It's going to let you, hold on, is that right? That's rolling me that, oh, I rolled the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
So roll, 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 roll until it gets to there and it's going to stop. Okay, so now roll the other way until it gets to there and then it stops. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what the limited pitch and roll angles are going to do. Now I'm in AS3X, throttle cuts on, forward thrust is on. This plane is ready to fly. It was actually a very easy build, with the exception of the cables. They were a pain in the butt. But now that I've done it once, it wasn't too bad. Okay, so it's gonna be one of those things where you do it once and it's annoying and then you never need to do it again. So it's kind of obnoxious. But the truth is, it is gonna be really difficult to keep those things straight if you take them off. So probably what you're gonna have to do, if you wanna take these off, come around here, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna have to take like an ultra fine Sharpie or something and write the value that's here. LTF right there. And then LTR right there. And then you're gonna have to do the same on that side. And then on the bottom, you're not gonna have that flexibility because you can't write on that base where it hooks, so you're gonna have to write it on the turnbuckle. So that is what I am going to do as soon as we hang up the camera. But I gotta say, we had some fun putting this together. It wasn't near as bad as I thought it could be, but it still was a bit of a tedious pain in the butt putting those cables on. And because we're only gonna ever do it once, it is a little bit annoying. But like the camera crew said, I'm not really sure there's an easy way around it.
No.
Okay. So at the end of the day, is it the worst build? No. Was it that bad? Actually, it's not even that bad.
No.
It's just, you're gonna have to deal with it.
Do you want to get calipers while you're halfway
So we gotta
over
check
there?
the CG. It's the only thing we didn't do.
Yep.
So the center of gravity is gonna be a pain to check. It's gonna be a pain to check because it's gonna be hard to balance this plane on a single point, okay?
Yeah.
This is 43 to 48 millimeters, or 42.
42 to 48.
Because it's 45 plus or minus 3.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the calipers to 42. So there's 42, good enough. And we're gonna come out here and we're gonna measure and then we're gonna mark. This is a pretty flat front edge, so we'll just put it where we can get our hand. We'll mark the front dot. And I'll come out of here and we got to go under the wires too, which is awkward. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be good enough. And then I'm going to go from 42 to 48.
48, yep.
Which is just going to show us the outer perimeter of our boundary for the center of gravity recommendations. So you could also just move 6 millimeters. Okay. So if you're confident in where you put your original mark, gosh, that seems like I must have marked them in slightly different spots. Because that seems really close. I'm going to go back to 6 and double check my work. So here's 6. Good enough. Dang it. No, that is about right. Okay. Yeah, I stabbed the side of my plane like a big moron. Okay, so I'm going to darken the holes because nobody wants to have a light hole. Although I have heard there's businesses that do that.
Yeah, you marked that one way more inboard than your other one.
Yeah, but it's okay because it doesn't matter and nobody cares. And if you do mark your CG like this, congratulations. One tip, and this is a good one. Write the recommended battery inside the canopy. So I'm going to do this, 4,000. So I'm going to write 3,200 to 4,000 4S, okay? Then we're going to mark exactly where we put the battery to get the center of gravity right. And then you don't have to necessarily check the center of gravity every time you go to fly, but it is probably a good idea when you're first setting up a plane, okay? So you can see where these points are. Okay. I'm gonna flip this plane on its back because it'll be easier to do it this way. I got my fingers on the center between the black marks, and it is on the front hole, slightly tail heavy, and on the back hole, it's slightly nose heavy, which means we have this balanced out pretty dang near perfect. And admittedly, I don't know if you could put that battery in there a whole lot different than we put it in there.
Right.
But there is a little bit of an adjustment.
You can move it back, but can't move it forward.
Okay. So I would say that's right there where it needs to be. And that is one of the reasons why we really enjoy working on E-flite products, because most of the time they just go together. This was not a build that was difficult. I don't dread it. The steps were a little bit tricky with putting the wires on, but honestly, we've had wires that are worse from E-flite products.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, the flat foamies. Mm-hmm. Both of them had wires that were way bigger pain, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So this wasn't too bad, and it looks really fun. It is a little bit bigger model than you might be expecting in a 1,000 millimeter size class. It probably feels a little bit more like a 1,200, maybe even a 1,300 millimeter. Because honestly, the way you can tell that is by the canopy, cockpit, and pilot size. This pilot size looks like it's more like a 1,300 millimeter size class, maybe a 1,200. Because I'm thinking of the one with the checkerboard on the bottom, that's 1,300 millimeters. That's what I'm thinking of right now.
The Commander,
the
MPD?
Commander. Yeah, which is bigger than 1,200 millimeters. And that's because in real life, this would have been a huge fuselage, which is a gigantic radial engine. It's super dinky wings.
Yeah.
Because it's a race plane, okay? It's an engine mounted to some wings, okay? That's what it is. So very cool, the geebee. I've never had one. I've never desired to fly one until now. I am actually quite excited to see how it's gonna fly, but I'm a little bit nervous because I've heard it's a little bit difficult to land because it is historically a difficult to land plane, okay? So I guess we're gonna be the judge of that when we definitely don't hit the snowbanks and crash. Or not. The good news is our runway is 300 feet now instead of 215 because we added 85 feet.
Yeah, 85 feet.
We added 85 feet, now it's like 300 feet to the turn that goes out, okay? Then we have an intersection. The intersection is 85 by 85 with a wide sweep on the house side.
Yep.
Which that's about a half a basketball court sized piece of concrete, in case you guys are wondering. So it's a lot more than just a regular intersection because I needed to be able to drive big trucks and trailers and make the turn. The dam runway hopefully will get paved next year. But like I said, it's 14,000 more square feet, roughly. It's like between 13.5 and 14,000 more square feet of concrete than we have left in the damn runway and damn building, the damn gift shop. So what we have coined the terminology. It's just basically our big building. So we're super excited to get it done because that is going to be a wider runway and it's going to give us a little bit more capability, and it'll act as a crosswind strip, which is not 90 degrees. It's about, I would call it 100 degrees different from each other, maybe 97 degrees off. Okay. So we have an obtuse angle and an acute angle on either side, depending on which side you're on. Okay. It also gives us a little bit wider filming band, which is pretty cool. And we're excited when there are crosswind days, we'll hopefully be able to get the footage that we need. And we'll also be able to fly from that apron over there with a little bit better visibility, depending on where the sun is situated. Because in the late afternoon in the summers, we have a really hard time filming. And that's when a lot of our filming time is. Like at 4 or 5 o'clock at night, the sun is just intense.
Yep.
It shines through that window too.
Yes.
Which we love that window, by the way.
We do.
If you guys ever build a house, spend the extra money and get the active dormers. Because the active dormers that are really opened are a lot more expensive, but it's worth every penny. It's really cool. We wish we would put one over here too, except we have a gable end here to cover that porch. So many details that we went over on this E-flite offering the geebee, which is a skill level 2. So it shouldn't be that bad, but I'm a little bit nervous just because of the snowbanks on either side of the driveway. Any questions, comments, leave them down below. We'll do our best to get to you. If we don't, one of our amazing friends that watch our channel will help answer your questions. And in the meantime, we hope that if you have additional comparisons you want to make, head over to brianphillipsrc.com or bprc.me if you can't spell my name properly. That'll get you to our website and domain, and you can sort by type. You can sort by brand that we worked with, in this case, E-flite or Horizon Hobby. And if you want to learn more about the transmitters, things like that, we got videos about all this stuff. And wherever you go there, you'll have a video that takes you to the playlist, and then a link that'll take you to buy it. Or if you're watching this on YouTube right now, just scroll down to the video description below and you can buy from the links and help support Brian Phillips RC. So if we brought you even a little bit of value, smash the like button right now and consider buying these from the links. We do make commissions on those when they get sold, and that is how we fund our insane RC experience. Okay? We couldn't do it if you weren't watching, and we definitely wouldn't do it if you weren't watching. So definitely come back for more and click the bell for notifications when you do subscribe. If you want to support us in other ways, we have 4 different ways. Monthly support through 2 methods, Patreon or YouTube members. Thanks for being members. If you want to be a member, click one of those links. We also have a link on bprc.me that says support us. It's got all the different options. PayPal for one-time donations, and also YouTube super thanks for one-time donations. Always appreciate it. If your wife says, if you buy that geebee, I'll leave you, then maybe just send us a few bucks as a thank you if you want. And if you decide not to, that's totally fine. We understand everybody's got tight times and less tight times. We get it. But we just want you flying. We want you enjoying the hobby with us and not just living vicariously through Brian Phillips RC. Even though we do interesting things on this channel and we hope that you find it interesting, we want you guys really doing it with us, okay? So the truth is, flying RC is one of the most invigorating, amazing, fulfilling, and difficult / expensive, frustrating, and tedious hobbies that you could ever take on, and we'll help get you there on Brian Phillips RC. So if you're brand new, come back for more. And if you've been here for years, keep coming back for more. And if you're just coming back from a hiatus, welcome, because you're on Brian Phillips RC. We're not going to be high and dry like everybody else that says, look how easy that was. We're going to show you just how easy it wasn't. And then you can copy and paste into your own world. All right, come back for more. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope the flight goes well.